Hello everybody, I want to give you an update on how we're traveling as we approach being able to gather once again. Let me tell you, we're making plans. We're working really hard on it, trying to come up with safe ways to reopen our building, how to best manage risk, and how to also facilitate what we're all about, which is learning the way of Jesus and being able to worship and pray and fellowship. All right, so I want to let you know our plans, but I have to say they are made in pencil. Things are changing. We're making plans based on a roadmap to recovery, but of course things get sped up and things get slowed down and things change. But this is our current snapshot of where we're headed. All right, first of all, a couple of risks we're trying to figure out how to manage. One is we're all creatures of habit. So it'll be very hard for us when we get together again in the building, not to simply sit where we always sat and do what we always did. Whatever we do when we form a congregation again, we still need to maintain 1.5 meters between us. We still need to practice good social distancing. An inconvenience, yes, but it's actually a chance for us to love our brothers and sisters by trying to do what we can to, keep things under control. All right, so all sorts of numbers float around. Yes, with the 4 square meters per person rule, our auditorium could fit 80. But I rang the hotline and we're limited not by that, but by the 1.5 meters between people rule. Because of our fixed seating, that limits us to about 49 spots. Each spot could fit a household though, so we can shuffle things around. All right, so that being said, we are looking to start offering some worship services again. But hear me out. One of the other big risks is the length of time we are together. So we're not going to put everything back together. We are still keeping our teaching time online. So the messages will still go up online and you can still access those at 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning, watching that teaching time. What we have decided we want to start doing for the next few weeks is having a 9:30 half-hour worship service on Sunday mornings. So that'll be starting, obviously not this Sunday, which is the Solstice Splash, come along. But next Sunday, we're aiming to have a 9:30 a.m. worship service where we can sing and pray together again. Yes, I've got to say, singing is a high-risk activity. I want to make that clear. When we sing, we unintentionally spit droplets on everyone. So please take that into consideration when you're coming. If you do come, please make sure you haven't been feeling sick or anything like that, because we're still trying to minimize risk. But 3 weeks, we want to have these split services. Here's the date for your diary. Our hope is that on the 19th of July, we will be able to be together again in our auditorium. That was the initial date we were given where we'd moved to stage 3. Some stage 3 restrictions are already in place, but by then we are hoping that we'll have a much better picture of what's going on in our state, and we'll be able to move essentially to capacity in our auditorium, and then we can bounce and overflow up to the green room. But the aim is to be together again on the 19th of July. And let me say, at that service, we are going to center it around worship. We are going to center it around celebration. And we want to center it around recognizing what God has been doing in your lives and in the lives of the church during this time. We want to be sharing testimony. We want to be giving thanks. We want to be sharing stories of personal growth. So start thinking about that for when we come together on the 19th of July. Wow. Okay, now, if we're coming together, potentially next Sunday for worship, half an hour, a short service to try and minimize that time together. There's some things for you to expect when you get to our auditorium, because we still have to have plans in place. Come with me, or let me show you what to expect. In we go. So, First thing you will notice when you come in, we will have obviously hand sanitizer. This is standard. Wherever you go, anywhere, you use hand sanitizer when you come in. That's part of our reopening plan. We'll also have a big sheet where we record everyone who will be here on a Sunday morning. We need to make sure that we are able to contact trace everybody who comes into our facilities for worship. So they're the first two things. The hosts will make sure we do that. Then we'll go in and we'll try and find a seat. Now, you will notice blue gaffer tape. It's essentially shutting off every second pew because there's no way to maintain 1.5 meters distance if we use every pew. So that's why they're there. You'll see these wonderful little things on the chairs. Beautiful little love hearts. Because we love you, even though we're asking you not to sit next to each other. Those markers mean you can sit there and safely, properly, socially distance, which is our responsibility. Your whole family can sit on that, if they're very small. No, I mean, your whole family can sit there, that's one space, then we do 1.5 meters on the side of that family unit. We have to do those things because we want to make sure we have a plan. But we're going to do them because we want to worship. We want to sing. We want to give thanks to God. We want to fill this place once again with God's people because gathering together is really fun. So that's our plan. It's our roadmap. We're keeping messages online. We're keeping Zoom groups because this interactivity and wrestling with God's word is one of the most powerful things that has come out of this season. We're going to keep that going for the next 3 weeks. But Sunday mornings at 9:30, we want to start worshipping together. So if you'd like to come, we can fit 49 households at 9:30 to sing. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. The date for your diary is the 19th of July. Pencil it in because we want to be together again to worship, to give thanks, to give testimony to what God's been doing. That's a roadmap. Now you know essentially as much as we know. We're wrestling through these things because we're trying to balance our responsibilities with our strong desire to fellowship and worship as well. All right? Keep safe. Stay in touch. Keep online. We're putting all this information up. And hopefully that can give you a better idea of our penciled plan to coming together once more.